So it's about to come on. One, two, three. Welcome. We are back for the fourth episode.
What it do?
You're muted.
I'm muted.
EJ, you're muted.
Oh, EJ.
Episode number 4. Let's go.
Let's go. Get it more diverse out here. What's going on? We got Henry in the house. We see Henry, one of the very.
Hey, Henry.
Hey, Uncle Henry. Thank you for all you do, man.
Hey,
He
Henry.
helps us out with our topics, man. So shout out to him.
Yes, hey, Henry.
We got
Hey, Henry.
like I said, we got this is the fourth actual episode. If you guys got anything in y'all background music or whatever, you try to fix y'all background. I can hear nothing but
Now, that might be me.
Yeah, try to get that background straight.
That's all right. All he got to do is I would put myself on mute, and then whenever he decides to talk, let you know.
It's for him to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who come in the chat, remember we do have the link. There's a star above. If you would like to come on, remember you hit that star. That the link in the StreamYard link, which is right here. You hit this link in the chat. You'll be able to come on.
Come on in. Come on in. Y'all already know we welcome everybody.
Okay. What you want to start off with, son? You go ahead on. This your show. Go ahead. We just gonna follow you.
Well, I just want to go ahead and start off just to say, welcome everyone back, and hello, Miss Cassandra Nunnery. Welcome to the Baddest Sports Talk, and welcome, sir. I see you there on the corner. I don't know your name, but welcome here.
That's all.
All right. Welcome here to the Baddest Sports Talk.
That's
we are
another
glad.
one of your uncles, boy. That's one of your uncles.
we are very glad to have you guys on with us. We've been trying to tell everyone each week that don't be afraid to come on here, and be comfortable. Any likes, whether it's women, children, if you know some sports, go ahead and speak your talk, man. Y'all gonna do what you got to do. So welcome you guys. Y'all have fun today, and enjoy it. We are, like I said, I am excited to have you guys here. But we are gonna get started with today. All right, Mr. Sam Mills. I don't know if y'all heard about that guy. I mean, Mr. Sam Mills is a Hall of Famer today. He has gotten his bus, and he is in the Hall of Fame today, baby. I mean, you got to be excited for that. I mean, as Saints fans, we don't have many of those at all, So
we don't.
So Panthers fans want to claim him. Okay, he had his 3 seasons when he came in, and he did his thing over there. And I'm not gonna, throw that out the door like that didn't matter. Okay,
No. They hijacked it. They hijacked it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not salty. The fact that NFL Network only showed his highlights with the Carolina Kitty Cats. I am not going to sit here and sit there and act like Brett Maxey, act like he's not a New Orleans thing. Watch Brett Maxey. What is wrong with these guys? Because at the end of the day, the Dome Patrol is what got Sam Mills even known.
I think they look at it like this.
Of all time. Every last one deserved to be.
They
Well,
look at it like,
I'm pretty salty with that too, bro. Because I mean, without the Dawn Patrol, bro, there would be no Sam Mills.
Right. But don't we have his jersey in the Superdome?
Correct.
right.
So
Yep.
I mean,
we got him there.
I would say this, that I think they're making a big deal out of it because, when Sam came in over there to the Panthers, it was an expansion team. That was their first year when Sam decided to come over there. So they making a big deal out of it and everything. But, we all know
Well, he went to the
as
Super Bowl.
Saints fans,
He went to the Super Bowl.
we all know as Saints fans, we know his true colors. He bleeds the black and gold. He was part of that stout defense that we had, full of them linebackers, man, the Dome Patrol.
yeah.
So they can say what they want to say about him, and Cool Beans, he played for their team and stuff like that. But he is truly a Saints Hall of Famer. But I had to, start off with that, and give him his flowers today because today is Hall of Fame Day and
Yeah.
he's got enshrined. And that is great news for, New Orleans Saints
And-
franchise history.
See, what's the bad thing, EJ, is that then you got Jim Mora, who's going to present him,
Oh,
and that should have already been like, well, hold up, man. This should have been
Exactly.
Saints all the way.
Exactly. Yeah. It's crazy. You got his wife, and like you said, Jim Moore went up there and presented him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the Panthers are our division rivals, so they're gonna make it like he belongs to them and stuff like that. But hey, let them talk. We all know what it is. We
Okay,
all know
well,
what it is.
I mean, and Willie Rope even went in as a Saint, even though he played with KC for a couple of years.
Right. These are things people don't talk about and know about, but hey, we gonna continue to let them know. That's why we on here talking about it.
Right.
But also in this news, I also want to talk about, guys. We have breaking news. Kiko Alonso. We just signed him a couple of days ago at training camp. We thought he was gonna go ahead and fill a role for us, and he done decided he's gonna retire. How do y'all feel about that? I'm gonna start with you, Dad.
I didn't know that.
Look, that's news to me too.
It's breaking news. I thought he was coming back. I thought old Kiko was coming back to give a little fight. You know what I'm saying? Old Kiko. I thought old Kiko was gonna bring us a little fight. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you, Kiko? You just want to retire and say that's what you want to do?
that's all it is. I don't blame him.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him. He getting up there in age. It's been 2 years since he done it, so it's like he kind of thought about it. He got out there with them young cats and was like, "Man, hold on, I can't do it. My legs ain't the same no more." So,
Oh man, look, it's hot out there, bro.
yeah.
I want people to know before they come up on, for those who want to come on the panel, please make sure you have great reception because we don't want our videos to be distorted. We're gonna start with Najee because every time Najee comes, it seems like he has trouble coming on. The backgrounds and the way it really,
Tell them when they come on, they gotta come on mute. So when they're ready to talk, then they just
make
put
sure that you
themselves
come
off
on
mute.
mute. Mute your mic before you come on.
Right. Wow.
What up, boy? Look at him cheesing down there. Look at him.
We got Nasir in the house.
But also, what's your thoughts on that, Mr. Huggs? What's your thoughts on that? Kiko, just decided, I'm calling it quits. What's going on with that? What you think?
That's tough.
Even on you, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Look, what was your question?
You good? Go ahead, man. What you think about that news?
Well, I mean, and bruh, the dude, look, got out there with them young bucks, bruh, and it's 110 at 9 o'clock in the morning, bruh, and look, it's a difference coming back from Miami. It's a different type of heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already telling you, bro. I just did, I did Arizona a couple of weeks ago, bro. And when they saying, like down here, when they saying, oh, it's 90 degrees but the heat index is 103. No, when I was in Arizona and they said 113, it was 113.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It's getting hot out there, man. It's not like over the years you've been seeing these temperatures going on through the roof. Yeah, it's going crazy. I mean, we just seen Juice Landry. He's coming back home. This is his first season back, and he's one of the things he was talking about is, you know, one of the few things I don't miss about home is the heat, man. It's hot out here, you know, and you see them plugged up with all, you know, all in the training room and everything. He posted that picture on Instagram. So it's hot out there, man. It's tough, you know. So I mean, I don't blame Kiko for even thinking about that. But what you think about that, Miss Kenandra?
And he hasn't played in 2 years, fellas. He hasn't played in 2 years, and that also plays a big factor. The fact that you think in your mind, you believe that you can be out there. Mm-hmm. It's easy to think in your mind, but in reality, you realize, hey man, these young, just like Hump said, these young people. You know what I'm saying? I just really, reality hit you very fast with your age, okay? You know, what you think about that, Sister Nutter? What you think about that?
I mean, I have the same thoughts on it. You know, the older you get, you know, the harder it is to maintain, especially like you all said, with the young guys. These young guys that are coming into the league now are faster and stronger. They're hungrier. You know what I mean? And again, with the heat, I was out in Vegas and, you know, 2 weeks ago, and that heat ain't no joke. And I barely wanted to walk in it. So let alone you got on uniforms, they want you to run, they want you to tackle, you know, all this kind of stuff, man. You're not gonna recover like you used to. So I don't blame him for retiring. You know what I'm saying? He made a name for himself and all that kind of stuff. So it happens. You know, you get out there, you get a taste of it, and you like, nah, bro. So I think he had a nah, bro moment. So
this brings me up with something. I gotta ask you something, EJ. I gotta ask you something. This brings me up to the fact that not signing Quan Alexander. Okay, the fact
there it is.
Okay, all the young guys. This tells.
Well, look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all on that. There was a post out there I seen on Twitter. I couldn't remember the guy who posted it, but he was talking about the Saints discussed, you know, bringing Kawhi back. So they wanted the boy back, but at the same time, you know, they wanted him at a reduced role. Okay, so you're Kawhi Alexander, and you know you're about in your 30s, so you're not sitting there about to go ahead and wait behind Pete Werner. Okay, and the Saints really love Pete Werner. I mean, this is really a testament to Pete Werner right now. Pete Werner is putting in that work. Last year, he really flashed really good moments for the Saints alongside with Demario Davis. So it really wasn't. It wasn't about, you know, that the Saints didn't want him back. I mean, we love him. You know,
you didn't bring up Caden Ellis. You didn't bring up Caden Ellis. Caden Ellis really nice.
Yeah, Caden Ellis is there, but like I said, this really comes down to Pete Werner versus Quan Alexander, and the Saints chose Pete Werner over Quan Alexander, and I don't blame him. Right, I don't blame him. You draft the kid that high.
You expect him to play.
Yes, you draft the kid that high. You expect to put him out on that field, and that's what the Saints wanted to do. And look, good luck to Kawhi out there with the Jets and everything. I don't blame you for, you know, if somebody told me that and was like, "Hey, man, we want you to reduce role," I would have been like, not me. You know, I want to play.
Right.
You know, I want to start. You know, so I don't blame him on that. I don't. What you think, Najee?
Well, with the Quan thing, it's a business. Because with Quan, you know what I'm saying? We boy back home. You know what I'm saying? LSU. But when I said it made sense. Quan is a proven starter over this. He didn't want it was offered. And the thing and just looking at how much you really offer. The way it sounded, 20 plus million, similar to what Didi got. We just couldn't. So in New York, way less money, way less bigger 1 year. So I said him and Mosley starters. I said I can't blame my boy. I can't blame the LSU name going out. I can't blame him.
Is this Mike repeating itself again? Is this mic repeating itself? Because I'm trying to figure out is Nashia, where you live and where you live. I'm on our Indian page and keep repeating itself. What is going on? We want to hear your clip, brother. We want to hear your clip.
It's all right. Just go ahead.
We're gonna mute you. We're gonna mute you just until you get it right.
Yeah. Look, just to hear from what he said, I think just to hear from what he said, because I kind of got the gist of what he was talking about. But
well, I mean, hey, bro, the proof is in the pudding. You know that Quan was better than Pete Warner. You know, let's be real about it, bro. You know, he was better. You know, and like you just said, EJ, you know, okay, well, you want me to come back, you know, at less money and basically going, you know, let me sit on the bench. You know, you already gonna have problems with DeMario with Pete Warner. You know, because you know it's like A and 1A. You know, with Quan and DeMario. You know, so the problem was, you know, it was a money thing, and of course, again, like you said earlier, you know, you don't draft a man in the second round to sit him on the bench.
I mean, so, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation, man. You know, it's a business. Like great use of words that it's a business out there, and all going. You know, as put yourself in the GM shoes, Mickey Loomis, or even Dennis Allen yourself, you know, and you sit there and say, man, I got a second round linebacker, you know, that's on the rise. And then you got your boy, Quan Alexander, who's been proven in this league, but at the same time, he's had injury issues. So which one do you want to keep? You know, which one do you ride and move on with, you know?
And that was the key. That was the key, that he had been injured, you know, like the last 2 years, you know, and, you know, they just brought him back on the strength of DeMario, you know, but now it's time to move on. You know, now I got a cousin who really hates those kind of linebackers. You know, he would rather stay with the brothers, but, you know, hey, it is what it is.
Right. What you think about that? What you think,
Look, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Nigel come in. I'm gonna say this. Okay, if you are a tackling linebacker, if you're a guy that is vicious, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. I'm looking at Luke Kuechly, the Luke Kuechly. I'm looking at Zach Thomas. I'm looking at Zach Thomas. Who don't want a Luke Kuechly? Who don't want a Zach Thomas? And if this young man can be that kind of linebacker, like I saw last year, if you look at him in the last part of last year, he was the guy. He was that guy, okay? So my point is this. Quan is never, now us being Saints fans, we love him, but because he's a LSU Tiger and he's a New Orleans Saint. But he can never stay healthy for a whole year. We're talking about go look at Quan Alexander and you see him. He's a great player on the field. When he's there, he's legendary. Just like he likes to say, he's legendary. But the problem with Quan Alexander is always been his health. It's always been his health. So my thing is this. If I know that I drafted a guy out of Ohio State, young man, quality young man, I want it's going to be best for us to have him on the field. We have to let him play. And having him sitting behind a veteran is not going to make him better. It's not going to make him better sitting behind Quan Alexander. Yeah. So we have to play these players. It just means you look at Alontae Taylor. Alontae Taylor was drafted out of the University of Tennessee. He's going to be a steal. It is. And he's pushing. Look, he got Odebo playing well because Odebo know if I turn it back, I got somebody behind him that may take my spot. Okay. On this team is deep.
Everett, let me ask this question right here. You know, and I'm gonna let you jump back in, EJ. All right. Now, with the defensive back room so potent right now, you know, do we trade Bradley Roby? I've seen a story on this here that Bradley Roby for Miles Jack to get another linebacker. I'll wait.
What you think, man? He asked you the question. He asked you that.
I'm gonna sit here and tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. As a smart organization will do. The Saints we're not perfect at every position. Okay. I could even see the Saints going after another tight end, even though they picked up this kid from Minnesota. This dude from Minnesota could be a steal for the Saints. Hinton. I can't pronounce his last name. Whatever it is, I think it's Hinton. Whatever his name. We just got him from Minnesota. This kid could be legendary for us. But listen, what I'm trying to say. This guy, I watched him from Minnesota. This is a guy that them unknown guys that you just be paying attention. We do have Lucas Crow and a bunch of other guys. We also can use another running back if Malcolm Brown is not the guy. I can see the Saints going after one of Kansas City running backs. Go get somebody in the last part. You can trade. All these teams going to need that cornerback. It's not that I'm putting Brad Roby to the doghouse. He's an excellent cornerback, but we have too many of them. We have so many of them. We are so deep. This is the deepest I have ever. I've been covering the New Orleans Saints since 1982, and since 1982, I have never seen this deep at cornerback. I have never seen the Saints this deep as a whole at cornerback, at safety. You look at the backup safeties. Look at the guys. I can actually make a case that the Saints upgraded from last year. Malcolm Jenkins, I love Malcolm, but you bring Tyrann Mathieu in. You got Marcus May. You over Marcus Williams. I really believe the Saints have upgraded, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Well, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, you brought up the point to the Saints, running back situation. Well, look, let's talk about the Saints running back situation real quick. We brought in, Mr. Brown there from the Rams, but Alvin Kamara hasn't been suspended yet, which tells me something. which tells me something. I mean, look, we going into the season with all our running backs. We have our tandem. We have Alvin Kamara and we have Mark Ingram. So, I mean, usually in these situations, this would have been handled by now. So the fact that he didn't get suspended right now tells me something. Either, they decide they're going to do it in the mid part of the season, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. They can go ahead and take care of it then. But they might just ride out the season and not even suspend him at all. So that's good for a Saints, running back room that's really kind of like we're searching for a running back, but we don't need one right now because nothing has happened with the Alvin Kamara situation. So if something does happen with the Alvin Kamara situation by mid-season, we can trade for one because you know why? In the mid-season, we have the trade deadline. And the trade deadline comes along. And then you have a lot of running back opportunities on the market. So this is playing well in the same situation. And I'm telling you guys, if y'all keep your eyes on this, man, I'm telling you, the Saints will be fine. We will be fine at running back. Like, I know a lot of people's been freaking out about that. They've been talking about, oh, man, we got to watch out with Alvin Kamara and everything. But that told me something last week that Kamara didn't get his suspension, and I really thought it was going to come at the same time as Deshaun Watson. This played great. This is perfect right now. If you're a Saints fan, you lick your chops and you're like, yes, it's scenario. What you think?
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I'm sitting here with my other number one Saints fan, my cousin, and we basically just ran through, who's the other two running backs do we keep, behind Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I said David Johnson is the dog horse, and you keep Abram Smith, but now do you keep 5 running backs, counting the fullback?
But David Johnson didn't sign with us, so we can't even.
Nah, so what you do is like I said, you roll with your tandem. Of course, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram is going to make this roster, but you got, Abram Smith, you got Tony Jones Jr. back there and Dwayne Washington. Dwayne Washington is going to make this roster because of solely special teams. He's a special teams menace.
So now does this put Tony Jones on the bubble because Abram Smith can play linebacker and special teams also?
Yes. Him, Tony Jones, Abram Smith, and Mr. Brown here is going to have to fight for that one spot.
Right.
Kanaja, what you think, girl? I know we've been talking over the heads and everything. What you think, girl? I really want to hear this from you. I really want to hear this one.
Right. Well, I guess you could say, for namesake, Mark Ingram, of course, is going to be behind him, behind Alvin Kamara. I'm kind of weary about the whole situation because y'all know how the NFL roll. They be on some what we would call F-ish. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll sit there and had a man plan, and when they good and feel like it, oh, Alvin Kamara, we issuing his suspension. Here it is, game number 11. Right. And they want to suspend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how they do. So, and because we the Saints, that's how they do us. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, that's how I feel about it. But with that being said, I like Tony Jones because he has the power, the speed, and the vision that I like seeing in running back. As far as the new guy that they drafted, I've seen some things out of him that I like or whatever, but I would like to see more as far as like when preseason starts. I know preseason is preseason, but at the same time, it's only so much you can gather from like a 5-minute video clip on YouTube from a training camp. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as like judging those guys or whatever, I've already seen what Tony can do. I've seen what our guy from Grambling can do. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just wait. The jury is still out for me on that. So.
I feel you. And like you speaking just like all Saints fans out there. Everybody feel like the NFL gonna come out at the end of the season and they just gonna drop the bomb on us that Alvin Kamara gonna be gone right before the playoffs happen. And that's how it go. Goodell, he never been forced. He always seems to go ahead and do all these crazy things or to the Saints around the wrong times. But I'm gonna be the little mediator here. I'm gonna try to calm y'all hearts, Saints fans, doggone. Like I said, I'm like this played well in our hands. Like, for him to not be suspended right now, this is perfect. Okay. That told me that this could happen either mid-season or not at all. And if they do it at the end of the season, I'm gonna be highly shocked about it. But we go ahead, Najir. I hope your connection going well this time. What you think?
Y'all can hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Much better.
Hey, Chris Herndon, right? Yeah,
Herndon. Yeah, that's his name.
Chris Herndon. Y'all have no idea how good it is, bro. I watched that since his days. That man's been. Chris Herndon had what almost 1,000 receiving yards when he was with the Jets, and been a beast. It's just when Jets quit on him. When he went to Minnesota and became a depth player. He gonna be that dude is a baller. I'm talking about when I make uku buku sticks. I'm talking about jaw dropping. I'm talking about jaw dropping. Just out of nowhere, dynamic plays out of nowhere. It's like he's like this. He reminds me of Juwan Johnson, and Troutman is one guy. One dynamic catcher, a good blocker, and I have no idea how much of us this dude is. Running back situation. Yeah, Tony Jones Jr. We saw all the promise and potential, but it does put him on the bubble because we did get Abram Smith. Abram Smith is like a lot of things that's going on with Smith in training camp, he's looking good.
Mhm.
So that does put Tony Jones Jr. on the hot seat. Hey, Tony Jones Jr., we drafted you. You looked good in preseason last year, but if you don't,
he's making.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have tell him. I'm gonna have to mute him again. He's getting so much bad feedback. We're gonna have to mute you just for. Yeah, you making so much great points, bro. It's just that it's repeating
it's
so bad.
connection kind of
And then
kind of messing up.
we do the video and we do a recap of the video, it's gonna sound bad to the fans that come in. So we it's not you. It's just whatever connected is called when you come back. I want you to go look at the replay yourself and listen to yourself. It's repeating all over again. I want to ask. Maybe it's me. Is it y'all hearing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hearing it over here, but it's all right. Like I say, that's the easy fix. All you got to do is just go ahead and I don't know if he's hearing it himself, but if he goes ahead and just check the video out just to hear it, he can easily fix that. But to get back to everything,
I would like to comment real quick. Can I comment real quick?
Go ahead.
I know what he was saying real quick about Tony Jones and his playtime or what have you. But you got to think about the situation that we were in last season in his rookie season.
Yeah, it is.
Look at our O-line and how they performed last season.
Mhm.
They were terrible. We had
Mhm.
injuries all over the place. We
Preach.
had half the team was out on COVID another game.
Preach.
So you got to give that man another chance with a revamped O-line.
Mhm.
And with that being said, the whole offense, you know what I'm saying? So right now it's kind of hard to judge the whole offense based off of last year's performance because we were in a bad situation last year. And I'll just leave it at that.
I agree. That's a perfect point to make. A lot of people want to judge a lot of these players, based off of their performances and everything, but we really have to look at that team last year and say, like, that was just really, we were just rolling with the punches last year, like we had a busted receiving core, that O-line was really rusty. I mean, I really felt bad for our boy, our draft pick, number 16, Ian Book. Like when he got in that situation against the Dolphins, that was a horrible situation for him to go in, and people judged him like, oh, that was his actual performance, and that was the best he could do out there. You can't do that to people like that, Like, judge him when we get fully healthy and we got our revamped, players and everything, So that's a great point to make, I also want to get back to, what Uncle Henry had put up.
Hold on, EJ. I want to state this one. If you go up top, Jason, we have given the link. The link is in the chat. There's a star. Go up to it. The link is in the chat. Give me 1 second. That's why I keep telling people we made sure that we put the link in the chat so you guys can be able to come up. I can't just put you in. You have to go to the link and actually hit the link. So scroll up if you can still see. Are you guys able to still see the link in the chat?
Yeah, I can still see it. You should be able to find it.
Well, you sent it to me through my phone, so I don't know if it's
y'all are guests. Y'all are automatic guests on. That was different. That's guests. That's people who
I see it in the group chat. But to get back to things, Uncle Henry asked a really good question. He said, "What should we do to prepare for Kamara being out?" And this all just goes back to me saying, like, let's really put into it like this. Mark Ingram, Brown, Tony Jones, Abram Smith, Dwayne Washington, right? So Dwayne Washington is your special teams guy. Mark Ingram is your 1B to doggone Alvin Kamara, okay? So he's going to start. But it's really about these three other guys that's on that bubble. You know, Brown, TJ Jones, and Abram Smith. Whoever proves out of this training camp in this preseason to make this roster is really going to be on that spot. Whoever wins out of them three is going to be the ones that's going to be the one to really fill that role and fill our running back woes and make us feel good about Alvin Kamara being out. So you got your power running back in Mark Ingram. If Tony Jones makes it, it'll be him and Mark Ingram and Tony Jones. If Brown makes it, it'll be Brown and Mark Ingram. If it's Brown and Mark Ingram, if it's Mark Ingram and Abram Smith, then it'll be Mark Ingram and Abram Smith. It's just out of those three, which one on the bubble will make that roster spot?
All right, we got Jason Shelby, one of our greatest supporters in the group, and it's so nice to see my brother from another mother, Big Truck Driver, right here on the panel. What's up, Jason?
What it do?
One thing about Jason, y'all, Jason, old school. He knows everything about the Saints. When I'm talking about one of these guys like myself and my brother Hump sitting up on here, these are old time Saints fans. These are brothers that know the game. I'm not talking about some
y'all old man. Don't tell that man don't be calling y'all old man. Y'all can still get up here, man. Y'all still doing time, bro.
What's going on, Jason?
Can y'all hear me?
What's going on, Jason?
I can hear you.
All right, what's up, man? I ain't never did this before, so I'm a rookie.
Man, come on here and be comfortable, man. Doggone, we love having everybody on, man. Just enjoy yourself, man. Speak some knowledge, man. Drop your knowledge, man, and have fun, man. There ain't nothing to be scared about, man.
I've been a Saints fan, but look, I learned one thing. I don't work for the Saints. I drive trucks. So I let them people do their job. And whoever they put on the team in September, 53-man roster, I'm good with it. So, hey, they know what they're doing. That's all they're doing, bro. I just let them do their thing.
I hear you. And look, you speaking volumes right now. That's how you supposed to be as a fan. Like, you know, doggone, they the ones that's doing it. You know, we sitting there just watching them. You know, we just fans. You know.
Yeah, some people in a meeting room at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. People know what they're doing, bro.
Right.
So Jason, I want to ask you, since you up here, and look, I know that Saints fans hate when I do this, and I gotta keep bringing it up. I do this every week. So what do you think about the progress of Jameis Winston? Okay, and the reason why I bring this up so much because Bobby Aber, shame on you, Bobby. Bobby, what you done for New Orleans other than get us to the playoffs? You had the greatest defense.
Well, it was basically the defense in the special teams. So let's be real with that, Everett. You were put in great situations, Bobby. Okay, I'm just saying for you to be talking about James the way you do, shame on you. Okay, Bobby, if you're hearing me, Bobby, I don't know. I remember Bobby, you losing your feet. Bobby, I remember you lost your feet, Bobby. Bobby, you lost your teeth against the Philadelphia Eagles.
That dude had the dome patrol on the defense, man. That dude had the dome patrol. Say it again. What he had?
Yes.
I want to understand what is Bobby's problem. He's picking out Andy Dalton. Every time you listen to Bobby talk, nobody's talking about the backup quarterback over there in Tampa Bay. Nobody's talking about the backup quarterback over there in Kansas City. They're talking about the starters. So how the hell are you bringing up Andy Dalton? Only when it comes down to it. Why is he doing that? I don't understand this. Until this man loses his job, until he play horrible, right now he's the quarterback of this football team. I supported Drew Brees when he was the quarterback. I supported Bobby when you were the quarterback. Aaron Brooks when you were the quarterback.
Man, and we've had some bad ones.
Billy Joe Hobart, Billy Joe Thomas.
Oh my God!
As
bringing back nightmares now.
Steve Walsh, baby, you told John Elkay. I supported the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. The bottom line is Jim Everett with the Heath Schuler. Okay, Whoever forget when Kerry Collins came here drunk, okay, from the New York Giants. We supported these guys. So when you sit here and you do this, it's starting to make me understand the difference of, and I hate to bring up color, but it's a shame that you, just like AB. Aaron Brooks is the second best statistic wise. He's the second best quarterback in New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
Statistics. Yes. But we like to keep jumping to Archie. Archie, you didn't win, Archie. You never won with New Orleans.
Right.
So I don't want to hear what his circumstances was. He didn't have a line. He didn't have a quarterback. Why don't y'all give the same energy to the quarterbacks, to these quarterbacks today who don't have the same thing? That's all I'm saying. Just have the same energy.
Hey, let me defend Archie a little bit.
Don't be racist. Don't be racist.
Let me defend Archie a little bit.
Go ahead. Tell me what you defending on Archie real quick.
If y'all go back and watch that offense, we had the number one offense in the league for like 3 years straight.
Right.
From like 78 to like 80.
Right.
We had no defense at all. None.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The ball was scoring 34 points a game and losing.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and look.
That's a fact.
Go back and look.
But they measure you, and this is the NFL, okay? They don't care about your stats. They don't care about what you're doing, how you light it up. It's unfortunately he ended up with the Saints, okay? It's an unfortunate thing he ended up with the Saints back then. Because back then they had scrub players. They had guys that were picking off the street. Okay, the Saints was a small market team back then. They didn't have the small market teams are much more stronger in today's game than what they was back then. Okay, so he was brought to a team. I'm not saying Archie is not a better quarterback than Aaron Brooks. I'm saying statistic-wise, he's not the best quarterback in the Saints history. That's all I'm saying. When you look at the statistics, Aaron beat all his records. Okay,
yes.
So if you want to go record-wise, we're gonna go with the guy who got the records. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And also, he has one more. Okay. In his very short stint, he has one more than Archie. So if we want to go by that, we got to go by that. Bobby, if Archie was with Bobby's team, we would have won 3 Super Bowls. If Archie Manning had the defense of that, we never could put 2 and 2 together.
You know what's funny about that?
It's like peanut butter and jelly. We always have an offense, but you never have a defense.
We ain't never had no defense. We had both for offense and the defense. We either had a year where it was offense and no defense, or it was a defense with no offense. It's crazy, man.
Right.
That's what it was, bro.
Jim Everett put up big numbers. Jim Everett, I can for those who watch Jim Everett, the time he took over, and up 3 years, he is better than most of the quarterbacks in our history in the 3 years he took over. Okay, he threw 34 touchdowns that year. Never forget, Jim Everett came out of nowhere. Jim Everett, they called him Chris. Okay, he played with the Rams. The dude put up extreme numbers with the Saints. So all I'm saying is that's not saying much because our organization we was not heavy on with great quarterbacks. Drew Brees come over, shattered all these records because golly, look who he. Look who was behind him. It was so easy. So I'm just saying that as far as the Saints go, we just got, as Saints fans, we got to stop being so critical of guys. We don't give them a chance. And I did that with Jameis. I got to apologize because I was the one, Jason. I was going based upon what Jameis was doing with Tampa, how he was doing that he was immature, the stuff that he did to Marshawn Lattimore, that game. I judged him on his acts of what he was doing as an immature player. But I seen him to go sit behind a Drew Brees for a whole year. You don't see most starters.
Yeah.
Cam Newton would not do that. Cam Newton would not sit behind a veteran. That's why Cam Newton would never get another job in the NFL because he will not sit behind a veteran and actually learn from another veteran. That's something people not commending Jameis Winston on. The fact that he humbled himself, sitting behind the great Drew Brees and waiting for his turn. Okay, we don't give him enough credit. And guess what he did? He sat, he learned, and even the great Drew Brees believed that this guy is it. Okay? Drew Brees said this, not me. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
Well,
something on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because I am, I guess you could say, amongst the people. One, I guess they call me a Jameis Winston hater. And people know that, you know what I'm saying. But the thing about it, Everett, is I agree because I said the same things, and I still stand on that a little bit. Okay, so this year I'm kind of, giving him a chance. This is the thing with me. And I'm gonna say a little thing about Cam, like you just said. Cam didn't want to sit behind a veteran, but he wound up sitting behind a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy to me. But that's neither here or there. So back to Jameis. So any of us who watched football for some period of time, we've seen Jameis, we watched him in Tampa, we played against him when we played against Tampa. The whole thing with Marshawn Lattimore, that's where my disdain for Jameis started with that whole situation, that whole game. Because that was the game where he did the whole Eat W speech. So that started it off for me. I'm like, what is he doing?
That? We was there in the dome for that one.
So he's eating W's at his own, his own huddle. It's like, what the heck is he talking? What are we doing here? And they got told a new frame that game. He got mad. He supposedly was hurt, but he was starting fights on the sideline between Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans. So fast forward to that, the whole 30 interceptions thing, whole 30 touchdowns. Now all of a sudden he need LASIK surgery, all this kind of stuff, right? So the Saints signed him. I didn't like it. I will admit that. He sat behind Drew Brees because he had no choice. No other team wanted him. So he had no choice but to sit behind Drew Brees.
Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that Jameis Winston actually went to 2 national championship games. Won one, lost one. So the guy is a winner.
I got you, but time out. Yeah, that's true. But that's true. But we talking college versus professional.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? College is great. Clap our hands. But how many college players have we seen come and go that have won Heisman's? I mean, look at the past few Heisman winners now. Look at where Baker Mayfield done trickled on down to that whole ordeal and that whole debacle.
Yes.
You got, what's that man name? He played for the Browns too. Money, what they call him? Johnny Football.
Johnny Manziel.
Amen. There you go.
All of these players, Heisman champion, this, that, and the third, but look where they at though. Right. And the list goes on. So to me, when people bring up college stats and college, okay, great. But at the same time, we talking a whole different game because everybody's good now. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is with Jameis is like the immaturity. I did not like that because to me, I know when I look at a person, I know what a leader looks like, right? I want that in my leader of my football team or any organization, So with that being said, can you rally guys together without the eating W stuff, the jokes and the comedy act, put that to the side? You know what I'm saying? Can you put that to the side?
That's why I got to pick it back off what you're saying. I'm going to pick it back off what you're saying.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you put that to the side? And if we behind in the game, because to me, I don't have faith as of yet. Now I'm a person. You could change my mind. You know what I'm saying? If you show me, you could change my mind. But are you a person? If we get behind in any game, can I believe in you and say, "Oh yeah, we got it"? Because just like, I hate to do the comparison with the Drew Brees thing. With Drew Brees, when we was behind in the game and it was 2 minutes to go, oh, baby, you better believe that we was like, oh, we coming back. Drew got it. We got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time.
I say this, man.
No, not every time, but hey, listen, we done had some miraculous comebacks. But can you say the same for Jameis Winston at this point in time? If we behind in the game, are we winning that game?
Yeah. Hey, I
agree.
Well, let me piggyback off that.
All you gotta do is go back when he beat the Saints a few years ago. He came back in the fourth quarter and beat us. And Tampa about 4 years ago.
Look. Let me say this there before you get into. Let me say it right before you get into what you say. Let me look. Let's, as Saints fans, all right. We just had this man as a division rival in our division, right? Okay, he was with the Buccaneers. We never liked this kid. Okay, let's all be honest here.
Let's be real. Thank you.
Be real about it. We never all going to like Jameis Winston. Okay, we wanted this to make sure that they can never see the light of the day.
Yes, we did. Thank you, EJ.
Be real about that. Okay, now he's come over to New Orleans, and everybody want to,
Now we love him.
Right, we want to love him now. Like, come on now, let's be real about it now. Let's keep the same energy, man.
Thank you, EJ. Thank you.
Look, we can always do worse.
Now he's elite. He's great.
Okay,
he's elite now.
All right. Let me say this. He's not the only. Let me say this now. He's not the only guy that have left teams that has been a menace to other teams in their division. And fan bases loved him, and then they left. Okay, Tom Brady is one. You don't think the Patriots are disgusted the fact that he goes over there and beat them? He went over there and beat them. You got to understand this. Okay, much as I disliked him, I did see change in him. Okay, you're talking about being under Sean. You're talking about being under Sean Payton, and when I'm glad Sean had a little hand on him. I'm glad that Sean had an opportunity to deal with him for the last couple of games that he played. You got to remember, he was 5-2 as a quarterback. So if I got to go with the last time I seen Jameis, if nobody on this panel, nobody in this chat can never tell me that the Saints were 9-2, 9-8 last year, and if they did not have Jameis, if he did not get injured, that the Saints would not be contending in the NFC. Okay, the Saints would have been in the playoffs.
You know what?
What I'm saying is, when you're saying you said this, you talked about the Jameis who were eating wins and who were doing immature shit. I'm sitting here telling you that this Jameis now is not that same guy. After sitting 2 years with the Saints, I have seen this young man change.
Slight improvement. Yes. I got you. I'm with you on that because, even with the training camp, and some interviews or what have you, I've seen, you know what I'm saying, some of that silliness go away. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to keep it because that's your personality. But when it comes down to leading a team and playing football, you know what I'm saying, put that on the bench. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have seen slight improvement, but football season has not started yet. And I'm waiting for that improvement. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, okay, we going somewhere. Now, with what you just said, we were what? What was the record? 5-2?
5-2.
And then we was 9-8. If Jameis would not have been hurt, we would have been contending in the playoffs, correct? Now, with that being said, I'm with you. I believe that's possible because of the situation we were in at the end of the season. You see what I'm saying? if we were banking on who was that?
You beat Green Bay.
Right, but check this out though. If we were banking on the Rams to beat the 49ers, if the Rams would have won that game, we would have been in the playoffs. That's without Jameis.
Well, honestly, let me just add to that right quick.
You wouldn't have to bank on the Saints beating the 49ers if we would have put these games away.
Right.
Jameis,
Right.
we would have been sitting back. We probably would have had a bye week. I just don't believe.
Right.
I just don't believe. I'm just saying this. The Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers convincingly.
Right.
Okay.
The Saints beat the Green Bay Packers convincingly. They beat the New England Patriots convincingly. Are we even sitting here thinking about and who was the quarterback when they did that? Okay.
Right.
So as much as I want to criticize, y'all know, if we go back to the Baddest Sports Talk group page, I have criticized this man. I called him trash. I have done all that, but he proved in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
I got you. And that's the thing is, but I'm just speaking to the competition, you know what I'm saying, that's within the conference. Because if you really think about it, who was really the top teams in the conference?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't think it's good. I don't think the NFC that good.
At all. So that's what I'm saying.
No.
We're not in the AFC. We're not in the AFC with all these teams.
This is your chance. If you're an NFC team right now, this is your chance right now to go ahead and get an easy road.
Even the Detroit Lions, anybody can pop up.
Anybody can do it right now.
Beat somebody.
Yes, that's a fact.
Anybody can do it. Hump was trying to say something. Go ahead, Hump.
Okay, well, this is all I was trying to add to that there, and you were right. Hey, man, we beat, we win that last game and the 49ers winning all that foolishness there, bro. But honestly, going into the playoffs with either Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian, I wouldn't even want to go and embarrass ourselves like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what? And I'm glad you said that. I see a lot of Saints fans was angry and upset at the Rams for blowing that lead, and we could have been in the playoffs. But did you really want to see that Saints football team in the playoffs and we get our butts handed to us?
Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. No, y'all wrong. Jason is sitting here, and I'm gonna tell you why all y'all wrong. Because I believe. I'm one of these people believe if Taysom, even though he's not a great quarterback, Taysom in the Saints defense would have won a playoff game. And the reason why is because Taysom, you never know with Taysom. His legs.
You're right.
The dude legs, he always find a way to. I'm just telling y'all, I know y'all gonna laugh at me. I still think the Saints would have beat one of them weak NFC teams in the first round with Taysom Hill.
Well, the Rams didn't want to see us anyway.
Played good with Taysom Hill at the end of the year.
Let me say this though, Dad. Who would you? Wait.
I mean,
you beat Atlanta Taysom now. If Taysom
there, he got injured.
Who would you go play in the first round though?
You beat Atlanta and Taysom now.
Who would you go play in the first round? Would you play the Packers?
No, we would play the Rams.
We beat the Packers now. We beat the Packers. Okay. I'm not afraid of them.
Well, no, we would play the Rams, and the Rams didn't want to see us.
The Rams would have been afraid to play the Saints. The Rams would have been afraid to play the Saints. I'm telling you. They wouldn't have wanted to play the Saints. A team like the Saints at the end of the year.
You think we beat the Rams? You think we beat the Rams with that roster?
I don't think the Rams are good. See, y'all think the Rams really good. The Rams better beat the 49ers. Listen, the Rams are not that good, y'all.
That's true.
Stafford, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Stafford is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL right now. He's one of the most overrated. He wasn't even an MVP in that Super Bowl. He was not even an MVP in that Super Bowl. If it wasn't for the great cuts, if it wasn't for that wide receiver he had, bro, I'm telling y'all, the Rams.
Let's be honest about the Rams here. The Rams needed a quarterback. They made the perfect trade. They got rid of Jared Goff. They needed a quarterback. And Matthew Stafford was a proven quarterback over the years that played with a trash.
They went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. They went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Come on, Everett.
They went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. I just said that Stafford is not that great. What happened before that, Everett?
What happened before that, Everett? How they got to the Super Bowl, Everett?
They went to the Super Bowl.
How did they get there? What happened in the
That's salt in the
Superdome?
wounds there, baby girl.
Woo. What happened? Woo.
They
I'm just
cheated us.
saying. How did it exactly?
Yeah.
Exactly. If that
Exactly.
was the
They
case,
cheated
he
us.
wouldn't have been in no
They
Super
did
Bowl
not
with no
belong
Derek
there.
Goff.
They didn't belong
Exactly.
there. Come on now.
We should have been there. We should have been there.
We
We should have been
Shoulda,
there.
coulda, woulda.
proven quarterback.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Y'all
You
forget
talking like
something.
Come on,
Jim Moore
Everett.
right now.
Y'all
You
forget
talking
something.
like
Come
Jim
on,
Moore.
Everett.
You talking about
We should have
this
been
girl
there.
talking like Jim Moore.
Hey, look.
You talking like Jim Moore.
Hey, tell
Everett, don't do that to me.
Hey, tell come on, tell you. Hey,
Coulda, coulda,
tell
shoulda.
them now. Playoffs. We talk about the
Playoffs?
Don't
talking
do that
about
to me, Everett.
Oh man.
But you know the truth, though. You know the truth.
Look,
That's all
let
I'm
me say
saying.
this, y'all, about Jameis Winston, man. Let me say this about Jameis Winston, man. Look, like we all know, Jameis was a goofy tail dude with the Buccaneers, man. We all hated that man guts. But I can't
Yeah.
say this about Jameis Winston. Jameis has changed his attitude. And you can see it even more now this year. The way he's carrying himself in training camp, he's a different guy. You know, it was more fun and games with him with the Buccaneers. He wanted to be the clown. He wanted to be the show. I see a guy right now. I don't know what it is. I don't
Right.
know who he talking to right now in that organization right now. But he looks like he's ready to lead a football team. And you know
Right.
what? The rest of the teammates feel the exact same way right now. They want to play with him.
Yes,
Jarvis
yes.
Juice
That's why
Landry-
Landry wanted to come. That's why Juice wanted to
Jarvis
come.
Juice Landry, Tyrann Mathieu, they didn't come over there to play with no scrub. They came to play
Right.
with somebody that's a leader. Michael Thomas excited to play with Jameis Winston. Like, guys, we
Even
really,
Mike
we
liking this dude.
we have to
Hey,
think
It
about it
don't
right
matter
now
what we
and say,
think. Listen to what the players saying.
yes,
They love that dude,
let's
man.
talk
They
about the
respect him.
players. The
We don't have to
players,
play with
we
him. They
know
do.
We know Jameis is goofy right now. We've always been goofy, but really, who
Hey,
wants
it's football, man. What's wrong with being goofy?
to play with that goofy guy? You know, we got some
Right.
of our best players wanting to play with Jameis Winston.
That's
And
good.
hey, come on now, let's
We'll
really
see. We
be
gonna
real about
see.
that.
We gonna see. That's a good point. We gonna see. I mean, I'm rooting for the team, and I hope that he does turn it around and that he does do well. You know, I just want what's best for the team, and you know, let's do it. Let's
Oh yeah,
make a run.
we all do. I just think this too with him. This is his year to prove it. You know,
Yeah.
if he can't do it this year, you look at that quarterback heavy draft and you do whatever you can to trade in that doggone draft next year and get you a doggone quarterback, because we can't be playing around with, all right, Jabu, doggone, we'll give you another year this year to go play around and mess around. No, this is your year to prove it. We didn't wait.
Yeah,
Mhm. All right,
those guys don't have time. Our veterans don't have time to be playing.
And I hated the fact that we went and pursued Deshaun Watson, but look at that situation, guys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. You know, the Saints really did they really trust Jameis Winston like that? For them to even look into a situation like Deshaun Watson, and we know how that's going right now for the Cleveland Browns, but they was even interested in Deshaun Watson. So that tells you how they kind of feel about Jameis. You know, they like Jameis, but they still need to see Drew Brees flashes out of him. They need to see that
They need to let that go, man. That's over with. You know, I mean, and bro, you know, how many more years we were gonna play? You know, we would have been like Brett Favre playing with Minnesota, bro. You know, I mean, and bro, you know, he was an old man and he looked like an old man when we played him again after the Super Bowl. You know, so I mean, and bro, you know, let that go. Let the Sean Payton thing go, bro. You know, this is a new era.
Yes.
You know, we have to move forward, bro. You know, because other than that, you know, it's like we're running in place. You know, and I could just remember back with Bobby Hebert and, you know, Roger Craig basically said if the Saints had a quarterback, they'd have won 3 Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
I mean, think about this too, guys. Doggone,
He said that.
we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled all these
Yeah.
years with Drew Brees.
Right.
We've been spoiled. And I really feel like as a Saints fan base, like we really been like we're going in panic mode because we it's been a long time since we seen a team without Drew Brees, you know.
Well, and here's your other thing, you know. Look,
Bro,
you know, we would revert back to and I'm with Everett, you know, as bad as Aaron Brooks was playing on some of them games, bro, the stats don't lie. This man put up numbers every year, you know, but they're basing his, you know, his legacy, let me say that, you know, on that one game after Katrina when he threw the ball back behind him. Yeah, that would make y'all laugh. I know that look.
That offensive line was trash.
Go
Yeah,
That's a fact. That is a fact.
That's why he looked so bad, period. Everybody keeps forgetting that.
That's a fact.
Man,
Willie Rose was gone. All them boys were gone. That old line was trash.
I mean, nobody wants to talk about we had Chris Naoli. We drafted Chris Naoli. Yeah, they were all gone.
oh my God, man! Look, don't even bring that up, Everett. You know, because we passed up on Randy Moss for Chris Naoli.
That game, that Oakland year, we played Oakland. The year. I mean, it was just terrible. He went. This man only opportunity that he got was with the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, that's true.
Aaron Brooks was his own downfall because he
ain't never got another opportunity.
Yeah, but even he said he wasn't studying. He was like his cousin Michael Vick. Them niggas ain't believe he was studying.
Oh wow.
But the coach at the time tried to get Joe Montana to come work with his boy in the offseason. He said no. After that nigga got paid, I was a wrap. If he'd had Drew Brees drive, dog, that dude would have been way better than Drew Brees. I always said that. But he didn't want to work.
He had the talent. He had the talent.
Right. Well, like I said, I want to wrap up this QB conversation because I like it's a crazy conversation to have, but we haven't had. I mean, the season hasn't started yet, so we got a lot of questions. We gonna find out this season what Jameis Winston is about. But like I said, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying here. Like we've been spoiled, Saints fans. We love Drew Brees. And we know what he can do. He's a Hall of Famer. He will be a Hall of Famer, but he's gone now. So we got to move on. We got to roll in the punches, man, with the punches. And it's Jameis time. And we got to see what he look like. We got to see what he look like during a full season, okay? And we got to see if he's the real, true Saints quarterback that's going to replace the great Drew Brees. All right, so
Jameis going to shock all of y'all.
Y'all,
right.
I'm ready to be shocked. I just want to see
There
it.
ain't going to be no shock to me, but
he is watched right now.
I'm ready to be shocked.
I believe he can turn it
it's hard
around.
to tell when you're surrounded by greatness, man. This boy's surrounded. He can't do nothing but succeed.
Well, one thing for sure, he ain't got no excuse. So we'll see.
Exactly. He got no excuses to mess up. He got the talent now. It's just on him at this
And
point.
none of y'all Saints fans, none of you Saints fans out there, none of you guys who love Jameis, y'all don't have no excuse. Because you can't act like the Saints organization did not go out there and get this man. Don't act like, now listen, much as I love him, I will turn on him in 2 seconds because I'm just that way, okay? If it was Drew Brees, I'll criticize his ass. So all I'm telling you, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy.
Forget about
because
that,
I'm telling you, he has Landry.
Forget about it.
He has Landry. Go ahead.
How many Saints fans?
telling me right now.
Saints fans and doggone, like, let's be real now. How many Saints fans when Drew Brees was playing and he threw 2 interceptions or he fumbled the ball? How many Saints fans got in front of that television and was like, Drew, you can't do that, bro? Or how many Saints fans was like, okay, Drew? I was one of them fans that was like, Drew, come on now. We
criticized him. And the sad part is, people thought that we love Drew Brees so much they don't even know nothing about us. My son and I used to sit right in front of the TV, cussing him out. Okay,
right.
So I want people to understand that we use the same energy in this house. It doesn't matter what if the quarterback is losing games for us, if he is not putting us in the position to win, I'm gonna put it on him because I'm gonna let you know this. everything starts with the quarterback, and everything starts with the linebacker. It starts with the linebacker. The two quarterbacks on the team is the Mario
linebacker,
and
the
James.
leader on that defense,
So
and the quarterback, the leader on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom line is, it is a team game. It is a team game. But don't be sitting here. If we 0-3, 0-4, and y'all think that we cannot criticize this man, y'all gonna understand y'all feelings gonna get hurt because we got too many. We have too many great players on this football team to not be one of the top football teams in the NFL. The Saints have given. See, I said that last week, and I told you. I said when James was with Tampa Bay, they did not do what they done for Tom Brady. What they did for they didn't do. They had Godwin and they had Michael Evans, but they did not go out and get an Antonio Brown. They did not go out and get a Gronkowski. They did not draft the offensive linemen that they did. They did not do the same things that they did for Tom Brady. So but now he's in New Orleans. But he did not get in Tampa. He is getting in New Orleans. So there's no excuse for Jameis Winston.
None. I like I said, I agree with all them points, man. We're gonna find out this year on what our quarterback looking like. But I want to jump to this, guys. Mr. Trevor Penning. I don't know if you recognize his name. I don't know if y'all heard of him before, but our first round draft pick here, Mr. Trevor Penning, has been fighting. He's been fighting, guys. He's been fighting our players. Do y'all like that? Or do y'all?
I love it. I love it.
What you got?
I love it because that's what games are won in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and hey, bro, we can't have a whole bunch of Andrews Peaks.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. But I like his tenacity. I like his tenacity. I'm with you on that. I like the tenacity. I like the fight. I like the motor. But when you know how it is, when it come down to them yellow flags, man, that's what got me scared.
Right. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna piggyback off what she's saying. My problem is, are you able to compose yourself? When you look at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, when you look at Chauncey Gardner, he never get caught. He can get in the heads of players. He can aggravate people to hit him, and he won't get back. If you look at what he did to the Chicago Bears wide receiver Williams, he called. I don't know what he told that young man, but that young man punched him and got ejected. So if he can be that kind of player, talk some shit and then turn around and cause them to do, I'm cool with that. But if he's gonna hurt this football team, and like Kyle Turley is ripping people helmets off and stuff like that, and cause us 15 yards when we at the goal line, then that's a problem. Okay.
Exactly.
What you think, Jason? What you think?
They're gonna get him straight before the season. I ain't worried about it.
There you go.
Okay.
They're gonna get him straight.
I think
we got too many veterans on the team and the coaching staff. They're gonna get him straight.
Oh yeah. I think, quite honestly, for anybody on if anybody's gonna get in a fight on the team, I would want my linemen to get in a fight because that's supposed to be your toughest players on the field. That's the guy that's protecting your quarterback. I mean, come on now. You want them to be tough. You don't want them to be punked out on the field and get messed over every drive. I want, especially a rookie, I want it. I like the energy. Now, you made a good point about the penalty situation. That's going to be the key.
Well, you don't want him to just let somebody come destroy Winston. You don't want nobody just let him come destroy Jameis Winston or hurt him. So of course you want that guy. You want a guy because look, what that dude did, Jameis Winston for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What he did, Jameis Winston, that was straight up foul. Tampa Bay is the real. They couldn't beat us, so they took our quarterback out.
That's a fact.
And much as I have respect for him as a player, I can't think of the kid. The dude is an outstanding player.
It's one of LSU boy.
Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, he played dirty against the Saints. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw that too, bro. It was Devin White.
Devin White. You talking about Devin White?
Now you want to talk about Devin White.
Devin White.
Now you want to say something. Go ahead, now.
It was Devin White. That LSU name. When I saw that play, I said, But he did apologize. I gave him credit for that. He did apologize to Winston after that play.
Yeah.
But he had actually went after Mark Ingram the play before.
What the hell apology gonna do?
Exactly.
Look. Some dudes be taking them guys out. They take them out. They know the season. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this: if Drew Brees, when y'all look back to the game, when y'all look back to that Tampa game in the playoffs, that game, if Cooks by himself don't fumble the ball, we beat him. If Cooks
for
don't
real.
fumble the ball, we win. And I blame Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I blame Drew Brees for his turnovers. But Cooks, what about Cooks?
It's cool.
Oh,
Who win the game?
I was so heartbroken, man.
Bro, come on now. It's 2022. Y'all going back.
Right. Look. I don't even want to go back down that road. It is what it is. It happened. You know, I'm gonna try to stay away from that. But you know, because quite honestly, it's nothing we can do about that right now.
Throw the ball 20 yards. That's why we lost. That's why we lost.
I like what I'm seeing is a lot of people are just like, oh, Winston. I'm like, hey, I'll admit this. This is honest and sincere. One day I sat down and I watched that one Tampa game where he beat us that last game of the season. You know what I honestly said? I said, there's something wrong with the pitch, man. It's like, really, I really believe that Tampa Winston as their future quarterback. They have no confidence. They expected him by year 3, year 4 of his rookie contract to be this big name, top 10 name, but it didn't go that way. Aaron's won. I said, you got to get out of there, bro. Winston got to get a real quarterback, but he got to get behind a real Hall of Fame quarterback, a real head coach, a real winning team, and a structuralized, disciplinary organization-based team and team organization overall, man. And
You're right about that. You're right about the fact that the Saints being around a disciplined organization, locker rooms do count. Locker rooms do count. A lot of people don't believe that, but locker rooms count.
Like I said, though, doggone Penning. I know a lot of people have been sitting there and they've been panicking about Troy Penning getting thrown out at practice. But look, I like it. I'm happy about it. You know, I'm geeked up right now because it's football season, man. You know, that's how you know. You know, I got a mauler. I got somebody that's gonna protect my quarterback, man. It shouldn't be no problems about it. You know, he'll be okay. He's a rookie. He's not out there to get bullied. He's out there to go ahead and make a name for himself. Also, guys, I want to get
EJ. I want to ask you something, and I know I want to ask you something. This question is for you. You didn't bring up Paulson Adebo. You know, you did know that he was dominating training camp, and he just got his tail toe up against Chris Olave, who was eating him and Bradley Roby.
Hang on.
Why you didn't bring this up?
Let me say this right now, you know, about Paulson Adebo. Because first of all, you not about to go here right now and slander Paulson Adebo's name right now. Okay? Paulson Adebo has been the camp star. The camp star, the standout star right now in training camp, okay? As a cornerback, as a former cornerback right now at Belhaven University, I'm going to tell you right now, cornerback is hard. Okay, you can't stop everybody every single time, okay? And I expected Chris Olave to respond. I expected Michael Thomas to respond, which was good to see that Michael Thomas is actually getting some one-on-one work out there. I'm so happy to see that out there. That's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Paulson Adebo will be fine. He has been dominating all camp. And, hey, I'm excited for him. He looks good out there. Yeah, he's proven to be the better cornerback over Bradley Roby. It's him and Lattimore is going to be a great cornerback tandem. That's just what it is, man. Like I said, cornerback is hard. Chris Olave, I expect you to go sit there and do what you got to do and make a name for yourself and make a move or so on the D. I expect you to do that. You better, or we got problems this season.
Yeah.
And Mr. Michael Thomas, I'm glad to see that you getting physical and you getting separation out there as well, man. It's good to see you healthy. You know,
That ball,
he's
that ball
gonna be
look like
fine.
he's quicker. To me, look like he was a little faster when
Go
he
ahead,
was before he got hurt.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Man, hey, I'm telling y'all, Michael Thomas gonna be scary this season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Thomas has sit there and is
He's gonna be
listening.
something scary.
He has
Michael
listened
Thomas is
to the Twitter
Mike
talkers.
is looking so good, bro. Mike is
listening
so
to
good.
the
And look, he loved the
talkers,
fans.
man.
Look, he was just talking about how he loved the fans. How the fans, that's what he missed the most.
He listened to the Twitter talkers and how everyone is talking about how he don't want to be here in New Orleans. He's got something to prove this season. I'm telling y'all right now, that same receiver that y'all seen that had over 1,000 yards and was breaking records in 2019, I'm telling you, he about to show right back up. I'm telling you, like he never left. Like he
Yeah.
never
No, he can go deep now. That's somebody give him the ball. You don't
Yeah.
have to run slants every time.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, Hunt is a
He can open up the field now.
I don't think it's more than anything too. Let's just be real here too about this with Michael Thomas and his slant routes. Come on now, there ain't no possible way he's getting slants more than 50% of the time. Come on now, he's getting corner routes, he's getting post routes.
That was because of Drew Brees. That was because
Yeah,
of Drew
what I'm
Brees.
saying,
That had
that was
nothing to do.
because
It had nothing to do with him running slants.
He got
He gonna
slant routes
put
because,
that
like,
slant
that's what
stuff
I'm
out
saying.
of his mouth because they better stop the slant stuff. That was because Drew Brees' arm was limited when he got injured. This dude here is going to be dangerous down the field. He's going to prove to everybody that he's more than just a slant runner.
Yes.
That's so disrespectful because when we had the kid, what is his name? The quarterback we had before, the black quarterback we had before James.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Carolina.
Oh, Teddy.
He went
Teddy
on-
Two Gloves.
What is his name?
Teddy
Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Go look at some of the passes that Teddy was throwing to Michael Thomas. That wasn't no slant routes.
No, it
I don't know
won't.
what's
Well,
wrong with people.
I'm gonna tell you
can't
this here,
stop it,
Everett.
so what?
Everett,
You can't
I'm
stop
gonna tell you this right here, bro.
Go ahead, Holmes,
Yo,
go ahead.
like
I just slants all day.
hey, it's just like how Tom Osborne used to be with Nebraska, bro. You know, we gonna run trap option right, trap option left. Stop it.
Exactly. You can
Man,
complain
it's
about
not-
that. You can complain about that, and that be my thing about these fans or these other teams. You can complain about this all you want, but you're not stopping it. That's the most simple
Exactly.
route to cover
Exactly.
in the league. I mean, that should be the most easiest route to
Exactly.
cover, and you're not stopping this kid.
But see,
Come
but
on, huh?
I want to
Like,
say
stop
something.
it.
Yeah, exactly. And to piggyback off of EJ, I'm with that because the thing about it is well, I ain't saying we, but y'all and fans and whatever give Drew Brees so much flack about, oh, he couldn't throw this and that and whatever. But look at Tom Brady. I don't hear nobody saying nothing about Tom Brady.
Yes.
Tom Brady got a stronger
Watch
arm
Tom
though.
Brady. If you watch him, he's dinking and dunking all day long, and nobody's
Yes.
stopping it. But
Yes.
nobody's talking about it though.
Tom
And
Brady,
every once in a
Tom Brady
while,
was
he'll
created
throw,
off of the dink and dunk.
right.
Yeah,
And every once in a while,
You're
he'll
right
throw
about that
something
because
downfield.
he does every now and then throw a bomb. He'll throw a bomb.
Yeah,
Tom
every now
Brady
and
always
again.
been savage. I mean, he's been out of a better offensive line than Drew Brees. Yes, he has had better offensive line.
Right. So
And better defense. And better defense.
I also
And
want to
better
bring this
defense.
up, guys. Doggone, let's even talk about this as well. Mr. Tyrann Mathieu, Mr. Honey Badger is back at practice. He is back at training camp, and I've seen a lot of Saints fans out there
I'm already telling you, man. Look,
on Twitter.
them boys
They were
say they never see Drew Brees. They just see
They
the
were
ball
sitting
coming.
there saying, "Oh, he's not coming back. He's not going to make it back on the team. He's not going to make it in time for training camp." He's back. How do y'all feel about that, man? Doggone, we got the Honey Badger back. I'm excited. I'm excited to see him out there. He's out there in team drills. I just heard today from Nick Underhill that Michael Thomas and Tyrann Mathieu are both participating in team drills. So they're back in the swing of things. They back in full pass. They straight. What you think about that, Holmes? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, and I wasn't worried at all, bro. Because I mean, and you don't push Mike Thomas that fast, that quickly. After he done sat out with a foot injury for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the play when he broke the foot. He played half the season after he broke the foot. And then sat out the next season. But as far as for the Badger, man, look, Badger had to get all his ducks in a row, bro, before he started coming back out there. Badger was fine, bro.
Exactly. What you think, Kanaja? How you feeling about that?
I agree. I mean, I was never worried. They try to make a little story. You know how they do. Try to make a little story about something that's nothing. You know what I mean? But we all knew that he went to go take care of some emergency family affairs or whatever, and like brother said, to get his ducks in a row, and he's back.
Yes.
But I did want to say something real quick about Paulson Adebo.
Go ahead.
And, to the fact about Chris Olave, the saying it goes, iron sharpen iron.
Yes.
So, I mean, if he's out there against Paulson Adebo, against Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, it's just going to make him better.
Yes.
And I already think he's good. So, we good. We great.
Jason, what's your thoughts on Mr. Tyrann Mathieu being back?
I wasn't worried about it. The team wasn't worried, so I wasn't worried. They like he a rookie. He don't even really practice that much. He's gonna be straight.
Oh yeah.
Preseason ain't even start yet. We're gonna be straight.
Najee, what's your thoughts on that, man? What's your thoughts on that?
Tag him.
I got honest question.
Go ahead.
Neil coming back. What y'all think about that? That man finna bounce better for revenge.
Repeat your question. What you say?
What y'all think some taste back on revenge and proving the world that he still can do what he do?
Oh yeah, Taysom Hill's gonna be fine. Taysom Hill just gotta stay healthy.
I'm telling you right now, Jay, I'll tell you this right now. He's finna have a killer breakout season. Talking about breakout everywhere. At quarterback, running back, fullback, tight end, slot, wide out, wide out. That man. When I say my years the Saints, this is honest and sincere. I would not New Orleans will ever get an offensive all around and special teams deep like a Taysom Hill. I've seen a guy like that big. 224 and 25 runs a 4.2 speed. Runs so bigger than he is, and is his size and smaller than him. Y'all Lions game, right?
I'm excited to see what he look like at tight end. I'm excited for him on that. I really hope it works out for him because quite honestly, he's an athlete.
That boy got burners. That burners. I said you ain't touching him, man. You ain't touching him. He could be a tight end in the league.
Yeah, I think he'll make a name for himself at tight end. I think.
There ain't many white boys running out there. I hate to say it like this, but there ain't many white boys running like y'all. He running. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Other than him, let me tell you something. That Taysom one of them country boys. One of them good old country boy, old ball players. He smile behind it. A big old happy smile. He sit there. Say my name, boy. Say. Buy you joke. Bet you I'll make it on you. Better know my name.
What you think about Mr. Tyrann Mathieu? I don't know if he's. Are you in there, Dad? Nah, I guess he stepped away for a moment.
Well, look here, EJ. Look, this is what we're gonna do quick until your dad comes back. Dad is back.
I'm back.
What's your thoughts on Tyrann Mathieu, man?
like I told y'all before, the impact of him, his leadership. We lose one leadership for another a great leader. You leave one great leader for another great leader. And I think the fact that, because you got to remember, Malcolm Jenkins carried us 2 Super Bowls under his belt, and the guys in the locker room, they gravitate to stuff like that. They gravitate to a guy who won before. And I thought it was going to be a big blow, not have until we signed Tyrann Mathieu, and having Matthews in that secondary has them being able to win a championship. It's like we're not going to miss too much. And then you get into Marcus May. Marcus May is actually a great, I like to say shit, he's just as good as being with Marcus Williams was, So you got 2 guys out here. Then you bring them back, PJ. PJ is underrated. PJ is an underrated player for the Saints. And it's time to put some respect on PJ Williams, because a lot of Saints fans in his early, I think what Saints fans do when young players don't pan out for them in a very young age, we so quick to write them off. Saints fans, when Marcus Williams had that Minnesota miracle happen to him, everybody, he could, no matter what he do, everybody's going to keep bringing that up. Right. Players have to grow, and we cut off players too fast. And I say this to believe that Saints fans, a lot of you guys have never played the game. Some have played the game, and some haven't. Some of you guys have never reported on the game. Okay? Don't you know that people who report on the game know the knowledge as much as people who have played the game? I'm talking about just the knowledge of reporting. They got some Saints fans who ain't never even reported on the Saints, don't know nothing about the Saints, but yet they want to talk. So I think we got to get better when it comes down to being patient with players, being patient with the organization, because we're so quick to call them garbage and let them go. Look, let me tell you something. Andrus Peat, that's one guy I really believe that a lot of Saints fans, because of the man injuries, we be ready to write Andrus Peat off, talking about, he break a toenail, or he broke a finger. But God dog, none of you guys have been in a situation.
I'm waiting on Andrus to show me what he about. I'm one of them.
The guy just falls down too easily for me, bro.
And let's not write him off.
He's a good run blocker. When he's out there and he's healthy and he's out there blocking for our running backs, he's a great run blocker. But like you said, he stays injured so much. But I've seen him recently. He looked like he lost some weight now. So he looked like he in better shape. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Well,
us as Saints fans, we got to give them the benefit of the doubt, bro. But I mean, it's look, almost had me by the cursor on the hill right quick. But but come on, man. We didn't had this guy. We didn't had this guy for 6 years, bro. We had him for 6 years, and basically he wasn't even supposed to be there when we picked him.
5 years.
Well, 5 years going into the 6th.
I'm be honest with you with Andrus. Like, there were years I looked at Andrus Peat and I was like, how in the hell you made the Pro Bowl? Because there was like, he didn't play well enough to me to make the Pro Bowl. Like you was injured most of the season. So for me, I want to see him healthy and stay healthy throughout the whole season and show me. Kanaja, you made a great point. He's a great run blocker. My thing with him is his pass blocking. I need to see him get better in his pass blocking ability, because there's a lot of times he gets caught up and he gets a lot of D linemen running past him, and then you get, and you look at it and they're all going, you see the instant replay, and who was that gave up that huge sack? And it's
was Andrus Peat.
75 looking crazy, so
right.
I just need him to step up.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what? They can switch them out in run packages and pass packages. That's all.
Yeah, I believe. Hold up now. But you gonna talk? Hold up now. You gonna talk about that play? Hold up now, both of y'all gonna talk about that. Y'all gonna talk about that? Why y'all don't talk about when the Saints played the Buffalo Bills, and we went on the road against the Buffalo Bills and ran over 200 something yards of rushing, breaking a record in New Orleans Saints history with Mark Ingram, 3 running backs that ran over 100 yards that game, and it was Andres Pete busting the hole open like a man child.
Every time I start talking about boxing.
We said
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. He was a great run blocker.
Exactly. He's a good run supporter. We talked about he needed to improve on that pass blocking.
Right. And that's
Well,
why I
maybe we
said
should
put
be
him.
throwing the ball 40 times a game. He might be playing better. How about that?
Yeah, that's true, Jason. I agree with you on that. I mean, there should be no way that we should be throwing that many times, but at the same time,
there you go, Jason.
Get better on that pass blocking, man. I need you to step up in that pass blocking.
Sean Payton was too pass happy. Come on now, man. You had a top 3 running game, and Sean Payton would still rely on Drew Brees to throw the vertical game. He caused Drew Brees in many interceptions. Drew Brees, if Sean Payton would control himself, and look, I know Sean is gone. I think Pete Carmichael, y'all got to remember this. The year Sean Payton got suspended for the whole year. Sean was suspended the year we went for Bountygate, and we were 7-9, and we went. The Saints were top 5 in offense under Pete Carmichael. They were top 5 in offense.
Right.
And you know what went up and what went down? Their running game went up.
There you go.
Their running game went up.
Mm-hmm.
And the winning didn't come because our defense was terrible. They had Spagnuolo. Never forget Spagnuolo. And people blame Spagnuolo. And this is why I tell you it was not the defensive coordinators. It was Sean Payton. Because Spagnuolo goes to Kansas City and win another championship. Spagnuolo was the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants, won a championship with them, and also won a championship with the Kansas City Chiefs. Rob Ryan had the Saints top 5 in defense. Rob Ryan's had until Sean Payton had to go in and meddle in what the man was doing. Sean Payton's ego was too far up his ass. You guys don't want to talk about Sean because we won. He's the only guy who won for us. But Sean was slipping on a lot of stuff he was doing.
Well, you know why we don't talk about Sean Payton on here right now? Because he is not the New Orleans Saints head coach right now.
Because we won 1 Super Bowl. We won 1 Super Bowl.
Our head coach is Dennis
Allen.
Allen.
1 Super Bowl.
He
and
is
the
in
Saints
the
fans are so content with 1 Super Bowl. It should have been 3 Super Bowls. It should have been 3 Super Bowls.
I agree.
You can't tell me the year we lost to the 49ers, the year we lost to the Rams. Look, the Saints. When I look at the Saints are underachieved under a great coach. When you sit there and think about what Sean Payton has done, he go get some great players nobody knew. Okay, he will always go get the guys nobody knew, Pierre Thomas and guys like that. But he'll go get wide receivers, undrafted wide receivers. But when you look at why did Mickey Loomis, and I want you guys to understand this, soon as Sean Payton decides not to be the coach no more, and he was deciding this back in 2019, Miami, this is why Miami got suspended. Miami got ended up with these fines against them. Okay? He was going to leave us in 2019 under a good team. He was going to leave a good team for money. But y'all love Sean Payton. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Y'all ask yourself this question. Sean Payton, have he really held us back? Because soon as he leaves, we get LSU players like Jarvis Landry. We get a player like Tyrann Matthews. He flirted with Odell Beckham. Why did Odell Beckham choose to go to the Rams over his city? You got to understand, Sean flirts with these players, and he go get people from the northern states. He go get Ohio State. He don't even draft in Baton Rouge, is right up the damn street. He don't get Tulane players. Chicago Bears was getting Tulane players. So it tells me something about Sean Payton, y'all. And I'm going to be critical, and I'm a Saints fan who's not going to be living off of 1 Super Bowl. I'm not doing it.
Like I said,
I'm not doing it. And DA, you better win because I'm gonna be on your ass too.
Hey, look, like I said, I'm not worried about Sean Payton right now because quite honestly, he's not my head coach right now. Dennis Allen's my head coach. And like I said, I'm going to be watching what Dennis Allen does out there. Now, Dennis Allen, you don't get no pass either because guess what? Look, you can't be doing what you did with the Raiders. When you was with the Raiders, that was some messed up stuff over there. I ain't gonna lie, it was a bad situation where you could have all gonna have better players and
Hold up, that's not his fault. I'm going to defend Dennis Allen. He went there when he was 39 years old.
It was a bad opportunity.
Quarterback.
He has no excuses. He has no excuses right now. He has no excuses with this Saints football team.
He has Jamarcus Russell is some no-name quarterback.
Like I said, he will be watched. But doggone, that's why. That's why I don't worry about Sean Payton so much no more because guess what? He's the thing of the past. Doggone, Drew Brees and him are gone, man. This is really the Dennis Allen era, and really finding out if Jameis Winston is part of that Dennis Allen era. So, I mean, yeah, we could talk about Sean Payton all day, but at the end of the day, he left us in the dust. It is what it is. He didn't want to coach no more. So look,
Pete Carroll. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. Pete Carroll. Son, I'm gonna bring up Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was the head coach for the New England Patriots. He also was the head coach for the New York Jets. Pete Carroll goes his first stints. He was very young. Pete Carroll goes over. He goes to college. Then he goes to Seattle. He learned from them experiences. Bill Belichick, first stint was with the Cleveland Browns. He was not a winning coach with the Cleveland Browns. He learned from them stints. When we talk about I would rather have a coach in his first couple of years experience or losing, because the ones who experience losing learn. They actually be able to learn from situations. Okay, when you look at your coach Sean Payton was an offensive coordinator his whole time. And he actually got demoted from the New York Giants. Jim Fassel demoted him. The year they went to the Super Bowl, they removed him from play calling. Okay, Jim Fassel. So my point what I'm making is don't judge a person from the first time. Look at the body of work. He went back to New Orleans to learn how to be a professional, to learn how to be a coach. To learn how he's a better man than what he was 5 years ago. He's a better man than he was 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So it all goes with growth in your life. Y'all not the same people y'all was 5 years ago.
Right.
I like to say that you're better.
Right. No, we all know you shouldn't be the same person and I'm sure Dennis Allen has learned from that experience. But then at the same time, too, he will be looked at and he will be critiqued. This is an opportunity for him to really elevate his coaching opportunity. He's got a bunch of talent around him, and he has elevated that defense over the years. That's his babies over there. But I want to see what he can do with this team overall. Now to jump to another conversation, guys. I know we've been talking about Saints all day, but today I want to jump to a glaring huge news that hit the fan yesterday. Miss Brittany Griner of the WNBA, she has got sentenced to 9 years in prison out there in Russia. And we have the United States still trying to go ahead and get her back over here, so they can get her home. But everyone, how do you feel about, her being sentenced to 9 years for, smuggling drugs over there? How do you feel about that? Go ahead, Kanadra.
I think it's messed up, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, what everybody has to realize, and I hope that we do get her back. I'll just say that first of all. I hope we get her back and hope that, when she get over here, they can take good care of her or whatever. But with that being said, we have to realize when you're in other people's country, you don't have the same liberties that you got over here.
Yes.
Also, they have different penalties. They have different laws. They have different penalties for their laws. So with that being said, if their law is to serve 9 years for bringing drugs over to their country, then that's the law and that's what it is. But at the same time, I don't like it, and I hope we do get her back over here as soon as possible. So
Right.
my take.
Jason, what's your take on that?
My thing is this, bro. First of all, what was she thinking? You going to Russia, you bringing drugs with you. That would be straight stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you travel overseas as an American, other countries do not like us, bro. I've been overseas.
Mm-hmm.
They be waiting for an American to come to their country and fuck up. They gonna throw the book at you.
Mm-hmm.
So she should have known better than that, bro. So them people got their hands on her, bro. They gonna throw the book at her. They gonna make an example. So ain't too much America can do, bro. Like they gonna start a war to go get it back.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Remy, what you got? What you got? What's your take on that, Remy?
What were we asking?
Well, we're talking about Brittany Griner being sentenced for 9 years in prison in Russia for smuggling drugs across the border.
Well, I mean, and hey, bro, look, I don't speak the lingo over there, but if I need to find something, bro, it's almost like asking somebody in Mexico, where's the motor? So like I'm saying again, bro, you could always link up with somebody out there, and they probably had their own stores out there for you to get it legally. So yeah, for you to be going across state lines with it, bro, it's like my man just said, bro, what were you thinking? So I'm I've been kind of monitoring it right now, bro. And it's like you said, they're gonna make an example of her, and they don't even want that when they trying to do the prisoner swap, they don't even want that dude back. Y'all can keep him over there. So yeah, man, old girl she's gonna be there for a second, bro. And then they still warring over there, bro. So she's gonna be there for a second, bro. So she might as well get comfortable. I hate to say it that way and be harsh that way.
Dad, what's your take on that?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me, Dad?
Nah, you can't hear me.
I'm gonna bounce it out to
I hope
Nasir.
y'all can hear me because I keep seeing, things.
Nasir, on that.
The Britney situation.
Yes, the Britney Griner situation.
It's like valid. The thing is,
I can hear you. I'm asking you, could you hear me?
It's like it's a like an ethnicity.
I'm froze up.
That
Nah, we can hear you.
She gets 9 years, but the Russian girl that was there got proven to have drugs in her system and let go at the same time. Britney should have. You can't go into other countries that have different rules. It's different laws, different institutions. It's not the same. Man, what was she thinking? I said, man, you're gonna be there. We hope you get you back. But the way it is, the way it's looking, they example out of her. You just over here, this over country. What's gonna watch it?
We're not talking about Russia. We're not talking about Mexico. Something like that. Cuba. We're talking about Russia.
Yeah, the Russia. They gonna make it up. I said about over.
Jason, just to piggyback off of what you said, that's a good point. And Nasir, if can you mute yourself? Because you're catching me in the background. But Jason, you made a great point. That's Russia doesn't like us anyway. Russia looks at us as scums or scumbags, and they just it's a tough situation. Brittany Griner is a WNBA star. You know how big she is around the league, and what comes with her. She's a black woman, and I hate to bring in sexual preference in this, but she's lesbian as well. So a lot of people looking at this like, like, man, you really got a double negative on your head right now. You kind of treading on fire. You shouldn't have really. She said that she was using it for her own basketball purposes, to help with pain and stuff like that. But you know what you was doing. You can't sit there and now in today's age where they bury you under the jail, as I like to say, you can't just play around with these things, man. So this is a good thing a good topic to bring up for kids out there to to really just say, be careful.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me? I had to go through the phone and do all kinds of messed up stuff. Let me talk about this, okay? First of all, it's wrong. Okay, this is a politics stat. Okay, this is a politics stat. I don't care who she sleep with. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with Russia versus America. Okay, she should not be sentenced to that many years, 9 years for some bullshit. Okay, she didn't put this on herself. It doesn't matter if this was any other country she was in. It wouldn't be a problem. It's a problem because Russia is have a personal endeavor with America. The problem is they want to do swaps. America has prisoners of war in America, and they are going to take it. Russia is going to take advantage the fact that she's a star. If she was not a high profile person, if this was somebody like you and I, it would not be 9 years. This is all about politics, okay? So if you guys may not understand, this is what they do when you are a high pro. If this was a person like LeBron James, it would be the same way because they know they know he's a name. Yes. Brittany Griner is a name. So they wouldn't have done this to a person like you and I because we're not a name. So they're out here. They're wrong with it doing this young lady. I don't care if she's a lesbian or whoever the hell she is. I don't care about that. The 9 years, and she has never go look. She don't have a background of doing anything foul. Okay, 9 years you do that to criminals, not no doggone little mediocre Orioles and stuff like that. That's stupid. So I look at Donald Trump. Yeah, but Donald Trump brought this up, and I saw his interview. Donald Trump said he went there talking about, she should have known better because she went over here such and such, and Democrats shouldn't take her out. We're not going to because there's some violent people that they want. They want some violent people. So this is politics, fellas and young ladies. This is politics. So it has nothing to do. Huh?
I was saying the same thing. It is politics. That's why I said she should have been playing around over there.
And you're right. You're right, Jason. Jason, you're right. She should not. If any place she would have done this, if she would have done this somewhere in Puerto Rico is a part of America. If she would have done this in Hawaii, okay, you do that in places like that. But, Mexico don't like you. You Mexicans can't barely come here. So if she would have done this in Mexico, they would have locked her ass up in Mexico because they want trades for their own people. Okay, they want some of the most violent people to come out. Okay, so as far as this go, stay strong, Brittany. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. She should not be in jail for BS like this. This could be your daughter. This could be your son. I feel empathy and sympathy for her family. Okay.
Let me say
this. I traveled overseas before, and they tell you watch your P's and Q's, man. You can't go in other people's country and break their laws. They're gonna make an example out of you.
Yes.
You can't do it.
Yes.
Singapore, Jason. You remember Singapore? Jason, do you remember back in the days when it was a white boy who went to Singapore, and he got caned. He got caned. Yeah. He was still.
They got different laws over there, but people don't play.
Man, they tore him up. They tore him up, bro.
It's just
They
a
love
lesson
supporting
learned here, man. It's a lesson that everyone can learn here from this. That you just can't do what you want, like you said, Jason, in other people's countries, man. You can't just sit there and think you're gonna get away with everything just because of your name or your celebrityness or whoever you are. Doggone anybody can be buried under the jail. I mean, this is
Keandra,
it is what it
think about
is.
this, Keandra. You're the female. You're the lone female on the panel. What do you think about this?
Well, like I said, I stated before that, like everybody else said, that the rules in other country is different. Again, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that she was sentenced to 9 years. Um, I'm hoping that we get her back um as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? I agree that it is a political thing between America and Russia and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to say though, and this is what I don't like about, current events and everything that's going on in the world, period, and in the United States, is that people are so quick to judge and look down on people and say, "Oh, what were they thinking? What was she thinking? What was he thinking?" And they shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, if you look at yourself in the mirror and down the long corridors of the events of your life, did you always do everything right? And have
Exactly.
you always looked and thought about the things and the decisions that you was gonna make in your life, and were they always right? And
Hmm.
did you always do what was right when you knew it was wrong?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
got to
how I look
piggyback
at
on
it
this. I
and
got to
look at people who sit and
piggyback
say, "Oh,
all
what
these
was you
million dollar
thinking?
people.
Oh, she should have
I got to
known better.
piggyback on
Oh, you
Amen.
know,
Amen.
and so think about it. You got to have some empathy at some point for people and the mistakes that they make in their lives. Yeah, it wasn't a smart thing to do, but at the same time, she's still a human being. She's one of us. She's one of us as an African American, and you know what I'm saying. It's
Mhm.
like, to me, that's
Aborigine American.
minuscule.
You
Yeah,
Aborigine,
right,
we ain't not
right, and
some of us are Indian descent people. I'm just
well,
saying.
I
I
got
just
you,
want
but
to
I
say.
know I'm
But
African,
look,
so
what I want you to understand, you made
but
nothing
but
besides
yeah,
blood points.
I'm just saying
Well,
that,
okay,
she's
cool with you in Africa,
mm,
some ball way for
uh
you. You hear me? But
no, actually Nigerian and Cameroon. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's one of us
look,
and
the whole point what I'm making,
we
what you just said.
uh-huh. Yeah, but I'm just saying,
One of the things that you just
to
said
me
was
what she
correct. Look at the brother who was the wife.
All right,
ever.
I think we lost him because he's
Oh
been
man.
going in and out a lot. But
But yeah,
you made a great point. Like
yeah.
log on.
Receiver for the Raiders.
Appreciate your input because you're the only one on this panel, only woman on this panel right now, and
got a
I know this
question.
kind of really resonates with you right now and stuff like that. But
Mm,
we are all human beings at the end of the day, and
yeah.
everyone's gonna make a mistake. So like you said, for people that just say she shouldn't have just done that, she should have thought better.
Uh-huh.
Everyone makes mistakes, everyone ain't gonna sit there and think of the right thing to do at all the time. Sometimes people make do the wrong things. You can find it within yourself to say and find an example of yourself. I promise you, plenty of times that you found and done something wrong, knowing that it was wrong. So
Exactly.
it's a crazy situation. But go ahead, Jason. I know you had a question down there. Go ahead.
I know. Answer my question is that I'm the one who said that. So, but I've been overseas before. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But they tell you this. So she knew, and she decided to do that anyway. But
Mhm.
my question is to the lady who just had the question: what do you think we should do about it?
As far as her situation,
Yeah. What can they do?
This is the thing. I'm not too much into politics and I don't know much. I don't claim to know much about how, that whole trade process works. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, as far as like the trade process or whatever, I hope that works out or
Hmm.
some kind of way to get her. You know what I mean? And she can be, tried or what have you in the American system as to where she's here in America and not in Russia.
Right.
To me,
Right.
that's my concern is that she's in Russia and that she has to serve
What
9 years in
Russian
a
laws? Yeah.
right, with Russian laws in a Russian prison. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
if she did something wrong and she broke the law, I would much rather her be here in America as to where at least she can be, family can visit her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least she could have the protections and the whatever, as
Okay.
far as American,
But
on American
here's the thing,
soil.
and I tell you this: if you go to another country and break their law, you under their mercy. America really can't do too much for you.
Mhm.
So it's up to Russia to either let her go or send her back to America, and they're not going to do that because they got the power right
Well,
now.
the thing is here in this situation is they're talking about, this is where the trade talk comes in. Russia wants somebody from the U.S. that the U.S. already has in their possession in jail.
Right.
They want to make a trade with the U.S. for Brittany Griner. If they can make that trade happen, and somehow Mr. Joe Biden, our president, can make that trade with Putin, then we can solve this situation and bring her home. I mean, the the job has been done. She's done. She's really pretty much got her 9 years. It's gonna happen. Yeah, they might appeal to get her lesser years, but she's gonna do that. It's just whether or not can she come back home or not, and whether she's
Right.
stuck in Russia or not. And like you said, Kanadra, if I were if any American in this situation would want her to be home,
Right.
because any other country would be harsher on us. They know we are Americans. They know that they feel like we're spoiled over here. They feel like they can do anything they want to us, and they hate our guts. So they're going to try to treat her wrong in that situation. So for her, the best situation for Brittany is to be home and do her time, So hopefully that gets solved out and we can all come to an end to that. Going to another conversation here and another topic. I think this will be our last topic of the day. The Pelicans, our New Orleans basketball team, is looking for an extension for C.J. McCollum and Larry Nance Jr. Do you guys think we can get that done sooner rather than later?
They ain't do it yet?
Not yet, Jason. What you think?
That's my answer right there. They ain't do it yet? I ain't got no more to say.
Go ahead, Remy. What you think about that?
Well, I don't know if we frozen right now, but it's gonna be kind of hard, bro. Because I mean, we brought in a lot of length, bro. And I mean, and I like Larry Nance, but you do the McCullough deal, but I don't know so much of Larry Nance, even though he balled out for us, But we brought in a lot of length, bro. We got that other big guy from Russia, that we just brought in, Makovic. So I think that's what his name is, and we ain't really see too much of him, So they got a lot of decisions that they can make, bro. You can only, you could dress 12, you can only put 15 on the roster.
That's a good point. I just before I give it to Kanandra on that one, Remy, why would you think? Like what makes you think why shouldn't they give it to Larry so quick? Because Larry did have a good postseason last season. He was coming off an injury, but he was very slept on in that trade for CJ and Larry Nance together. And in the playoffs, he showed up. So why you think they haven't been so quick to even give it Larry a look at on their extension?
Froze up.
Can you hear me, Remy? You must be getting it late. Go ahead, Kanadra. Go give me your thoughts on the extension talks between CJ McCollum and Larry Nance.
I'm with your boy. It ain't done it yet. Ain't done it yet. So, I mean, I haven't been following so closely, but I do like McCollum. I don't have much knowledge on Lance, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever my road dog saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm with him. So they ain't done it yet.
I feel you. Najee, what is your thoughts on that?
CJ and Larry Nance Jr. CJ, yes. Larry Nance, yes. It happened for whatever. I want to see Pelicans. Both just made it clear. They want to stay.
Get you a good microphone, bro.
Yeah, I think his microphone messing up. But to go ahead and really like, I'm gonna agree with Jason, because Jason, you made the biggest point of the day on that topic. Let's bring they haven't done it yet. Let's bring them back home. I've seen enough from both CJ and Larry, especially CJ. CJ needs to stay
that's
here.
A done deal. They just started working on numbers on that one.
Yeah, they just need to really like keep CJ for the rest of his career. I don't see nowhere else CJ can go. He fits perfectly with this roster and this team. And Larry, I feel like it's the slept on guy on this roster. And doggone, he had a really great postseason, man. And I'm excited to see what this Pelicans roster looks like. And doggone, what we can do with Zion back, man. This is going to be really great, man. But I enjoyed you guys on this podcast, this episode of Saturday, man. Man, I every last one of y'all, man, Jason, doggone Kanadra, Najee, doggone Remy, all of y'all, even my dad, he got knocked out, his connection gone and everything, man.
Come on, every man.
he got connection difficulties and everything. He trying to work that out. But man, I enjoyed y'all. I'm glad y'all was able to join, man. Y'all was so comfortable. Y'all was having fun. I was glad to have all y'all smile and everything and get y'all inputs on everything, man. And like I said, we do this every single Saturday, man. Y'all can go ahead and come on in anytime y'all want, man. We got y'all to come back on. Y'all are definitely welcome and invited, man. Y'all were awesome today. I also want to say that Tuesdays we're trying to go ahead and do spaces on Twitter. So if y'all interested to come in on that and talk on that platform as well, we'll go ahead and get started on that on Tuesday evenings and go ahead and start doing that as well. Remy, Jason, Najee, Kanadra, if y'all want to, leave any donations like a Cash App link or anything that y'all want to say or have a final thought to say, here's y'all floor to take it on. I'm gonna start with you, Remy. What you got to say? It looks like he's getting it late still. Kanadra, what you got?
Everybody, be good, be safe. Love y'all. Y'all take care. And see y'all in a few weeks when the season starts.
Jason, what you got, Jason?
What's going on, man? All right. Hey, I have one question. You have done a podcast next Saturday?
We do it every single Saturday.
You gonna do it before or after the game?
Everything before
or after the game.
Well, on Sundays when the Saints play, what we do is before on the game, before the Saints play their games on Sundays, we'll do a pregame show, and then like after their games, we'll do a post-game show on Sundays. So we'll do that as well. But every Saturday, we are at 1 o'clock. We go ahead and do our usual shows.
All right.
Najee, any final words to say here, man?
What he said before y'all do this, what he was stating was next Saturday, the Saints preseason game. So when the preseason game, we're not going to do 12 o'clock. We will not do 12 o'clock. We're going to do the show early. So I guess, EJ, you're going to have to get your ass up on early Saturday. Yes. So we're gonna have to do it around 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock.
That's
We're gonna do the
that's
show
a good
from
point,
10
Jason.
o'clock.
I'm glad you brought that up because I showed that you was talking about the regular season and everything. But yeah, we sure do got a preseason game coming up, and we'll be up early. We gonna have to get up early for that one, and we'll do a pregame show for that preseason game. And we'll do a post game show as well for that preseason game. And we go ahead and get y'all hype and get ready for that. And all going. If y'all welcome to join that as well. If y'all want to go ahead and put y'all.
We want y'all to be this. Look, we're hoping that you guys will continue being on the panel and not be no strangers.
Hey, bro, I enjoyed it.
I hope y'all enjoyed it.
I did.
Try to be like the Round the Horn, similar to what you see on ESPN, the Round the Horn.
Right.
Multiple topics. We're not trying to be like the other podcasts where they just doing what they self is all about them. We're all about the Saints fans, okay? This is what we're about. Saints fans and New Orleans Pelican fans, Louisiana, LSU Tiger. You see big you got big Shelby up there with his LSU Tigers. And we're gonna be talking
too. We always we're about everybody.
We got the big LSU Southern game September 10th.
More than anything too.
Tigers.
I'm planning on going up there for that one.
Is it gonna be televised?
Most likely. I think it's ESPN.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta set my alarm for that.
Tigers, baby.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But doggone more than anything, even beyond our Louisiana sport, because we love our Tulanes, our LSUs, doggone our Southern Gramblings, doggone our Saints, our Pelicans. We love all of that, but at the same time, we're sports fans. So we welcome everybody, man. We have fun with everybody. We talk about various topics and we have fun on here, man.
And that's Buccaneer fans that's gonna come in. We got a Buccaneer fan that's on our page. He's the only Buccaneer fan. Oh yeah, we're gonna take
He's the respectable one.
We're gonna take their Atlanta Falcons.
Talk about the swag too, now.
Oh yeah, we talking about the swag.
Yes, we talk about
with Jackson State, and we're gonna talk about Deion and Jackson State. We're gonna talk about Southern and Grambling. We're gonna talk about Prairie View. We're gonna talk about all these other colleges. They're all welcome to come to the baddest, and we are also going to be talking high school football. Sometimes we're going to have.
So if y'all want to rep y'all high schools,
whatever y'all.
Go ahead, man. Talk about that, man. Drop some knowledge on it, and about it and stuff. But
Jason is going to be a guy that I want to be showcasing everything on the West Bank, everything that's going on with the high school football. He's a big high school football guy. Okay, he's not a little high school football guy. He's a big high school football guy.
I got to get back into it. I don't know what's going on in the West Bank.
We're bringing the parks. We're going to bring the kids on, man. We'll talk about parks. Power Train Park in the house. You hear me? So
nice.
Yes, sir.
We like to talk about these and we would talk about Slidell, with St. Tammany, with Slidell. EJ, when you come out of Slidell, you got, we had the Titans. We had which was under the voodoo. EJ played with the voodoo.
You talking about the SYFA, man, the Slidell Youth Football Association out there, So we talk about it all, man. Doggone.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this here, bro. Look. St. Aug got a big game against DeSoto. Gonna be aired on ESPN, right?
Wow.
So yeah.
You can air it here, brother. You can air it here. And, we welcome you. You can air it here, and
nice.
We just talking Louisiana sports. You know what I'm saying? And / Mississippi, because we do live on the coast, and we do celebrate the coast right here in our base St. Louis.
I understand.
With Biloxi, we on the coast football. So. Brett Favre, Hancock High School is Brett Favre's school, and we do rep down here in Mississippi. So for those
no doubt
Mississippians,
no doubt.
I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this, y'all. And look,
I gotta share this. I want to share this. I actually got the
Sister Nutty. If you want to talk about women's NBA, you can bring the women's NBA here. You know, we
Right.
was just talking about Brittany Griner, you know. So we gonna talk about everything that needs to be talked about with sports. We want to be different.
Yeah, we different. All going. I know they got places like, and I hate to throw names out there, but we got other places like State of the Saints podcast and all these
shout out to them. Shout out to you.
Other different avenues.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I know they got other different avenues out there, but we different, and doggone we do ours a little different way, and doggone we like to have fun on here, and everybody's welcome. As long as everybody ain't confrontational or and is comfortable with just having fun and chilling and just because we all fellow fans on here, we all love the same game. So as long as y'all just comfortable to have fun, like I said, like y'all were today, y'all always welcome, man. Now I'm glad. I hope y'all did. I know I'm speaking for y'all, but I hope y'all did enjoy yourselves on here, man. I know it's the
yeah, this was fun.
What a day, y'all.
This was fun.
What a day. This is our 4th episode. This is our 4th episode, y'all. I want y'all to know y'all made the 4th episode. We have been we've been and actually we did this podcast about 2 years ago, but we never finished up. We just stopped. Me and him it was just us, and we just really
y'all helping us grow, man. Y'all going. This episode 4 right here, and we growing every single day with more subscribers and more people like y'all to tell y'all stories and tell y'all truths, and being comfortable. That gets other people riled up and having fun,
man. Please tell your friends.
Tell everybody, man. Tell everybody to come on and
share this video.
Experience.
Jason, share this video on Facebook. All you guys, please do hump. All you guys try to get us out there, you know what I'm saying? Because we will be doing some lives through Facebook. We're gonna be connecting YouTube through Facebook. So we're working on a lot of things. We're also doing Spotify. We're gonna be working on Spotify. We're gonna be doing radio. We're gonna be doing we're taking podcasts through radio. There's a lot of things. Y'all voices are going to be all across the country. So that's what our goal is, for you guys to be seen everywhere. Okay, and it's just
no doubt.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. For those who know, some of these guys who have these state of the podcasts, they copied off my ass. I like to say that because shit, I was doing business. You know this. There was a time on Facebook, nobody wasn't talking sports but me. Me and my son,
That's true.
We were hard-headed sports talk. We was the only ones talking.
My thing is about that too. Like, don't let nobody come on there and make y'all feel like y'all doing the wrong things and stuff like that, man. It's called jealousy out here. It all going. Everybody wants to be better than the other person. Copycatting. Yeah, copycatting and talking down on other people. We not about that. We about showing love to other people. And we about having fun, man. So doggone.
Shout out to BQ and TJ Jones, all these great podcasters, man. Some of you guys, y'all got it going on, man.
So if y'all,
anybody that's repping New Orleans, I'm down with him. Anybody who repping New Orleans, I'm down with you. You hear me? So I don't care. Y'all
see any type of slander anywhere? Y'all already know to call them out and be like, man, ain't no way it going out like that on this page, man, because they having fun out there, man. Y'all going, they keep it real, and doggone, it's not about no beef or nothing like that, It's doggone just really about talking sports, and that's all we doing is just talking sports, That's all it is. So it's all going, like I said.
Jason, I appreciate you, Jason. Jason is one of the most, and I'm glad he's here. Jason is one of the most loyal brothers that I've ever met, and what I like about Jason is Jason always, he know the game. Jason loves sports. Jason live with sports. Everywhere he go, Jason talking. And and look, he gonna always talk about New Orleans in a positive way. We always want to talk about the crime in New Orleans, talk how bad New Orleans is. But nobody want to talk about, there's crime everywhere, all across the United States. All of, Houston, everywhere you go, there's bad people. There's good people and there's bad people everywhere. So let's stop shitting on our town where we come from. Stop forgetting where you come from, fella.
I actually wanted to give a big shout out.
I was born.
I wanted to give a big shout out to Kanandra as well. Girl, you did your thing today. It's all going.
Hold it down.
You
Wait, I'm a mean show game.
You got 5
Oh.
men on here, and you speaking and you being real and you having fun on there. You the only woman on here. That's what I like to see. You know, it's all going. Give me if you got any more women, get them on here too and let them know.
We got mean show game. Mean show game was supposed to show
Oh
up.
yeah,
but
mean
she
shoe
coming.
gang.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
thank y'all.
Brandy, who know the game.
Brandy.
Joy Taylor's supposed to know the game.
I like
Yeah,
to see
remember
stuff like
Brandy?
that,
I
man.
appreciate y'all having me for real. I
yeah.
appreciate that. I love being amongst
You gotta
people
voice
who,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
good knowledge, good, you know, different opinions, different
Right.
viewpoints and things like that. It's just good conversation. And you can't help but have fun and go from there, you know, have
Oh
a good
yeah.
time.
And people don't know that women be watching sports too now.
Oh, we
Don't
do.
be sleeping on y'all.
We don't just be looking at them in their title
Y'all
now.
just
We don't just be looking at the title.
you know.
They watch our hood.
So, Remy, I appreciate you, man. You gave us your mindset and your older mindset about the game as well. I appreciate you for coming on
Yeah,
as well.
Humphrey. Humphrey, tell them when you know me. I want y'all to know this. Me and Humphrey
bro.
rivals. I mean,
Yo, yeah, bro. That was my other team quarterback over there. Yo, when I was able to throw the football.
Yeah. Mexico
Wow.
against. Oh Lord!
Yeah.
When I tell you, this boy here could throw. He was one of the most beautiful spirals that I ever seen in my life. And then when I sit here and tell you, we were talking. No, we were at each other. We were at each other.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
the train
bro.
park on the other side of Mexico. Yeah, we were at each other's throat. We were going at each other. We would battle street against street. They claim against our claim. But
what?
and I'm telling you, yeah, we've been knowing each other for years since little. We talking about I'm watching this brother got grays on him.
That's what I'm saying.
We're getting old again.
He got that veteran mindset. He got that veteran mindset. That's all.
Hey, bro. Hey, you know, all I can say is stay thirsty, my friends.
I want to shout you out, man, because you are one of our dedicated supporters, man. From day one, you always been down. Always kept up with us, man.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, man.
Nas never quit. Nas never quit. Nas don't give a damn what they be talking about. They be mad at Nas. They be mad at Nas on our
my
page,
brother
man,
right
because
there.
We love it, man. Doggone. We love your
energy. I give
energy.
him credit about. He don't care. He a Saints fan. He don't keep posting.
Right.
That's true. That's a
He
fact.
be him.
He don't keep posting. He do his thing.
Right. He be his own
Be
person.
yourself, man. Don't let nobody change your.
That's what it's all about.
That's
man.
right. We love you the way you are.
Right, man.
He
Doggone,
bringing the energy to our channel.
Right. The only thing I tell you though, next time you come your butt on here, man, get your connection figured out, man.
Get your connection right, man. Because you messing up the lives, man.
Like that.
Messing up the lives.
This that real stuff, man. It's that professional now. You can't be coming on here with that raggedy
Go
stuff,
outside.
man. We broadcasting now, man.
We are podcasting.
We're broadcasting, man. We can't be having all that crazy. But look, I'm about to cut this down. EJ, I want to thank you for being the greatest host. You know, it's very hard. It's very hard to. You know, your daddy got a big mouth, but you held this panel together. And, you know, I finally got somebody who could tame me and conversation. I'm really proud of you, son. I love you. He's I want you guys to realize that he just graduated from Belhaven University. He's actually got the credentials to do this. He has he's on his master's now. He's about to get his master's. He got his bachelor's. So he's gonna keep taking us to the next level. And he's also did shout out to
Belhaven.
what her name Kelly, what the young lady that you did internship?
Oh, Kelsey Nicole Nelson from Fox Sports.
Shout out to Kelsey Nicole at Fox Sports. He did his internship. So we're looking for bigger and better things for my son. My son is actually going to be out here And yes, he's not just doing this with us. He's doing it. He's out here. This is his
Man,
career.
I do this because I love the game and doggone, I love y'all. I love my people, doggone. So I love and talk the game with everybody. So doggone, I appreciate the shout out there. I love you too. Doggone, you know you the hollering wolf. You know you gonna holler and everything. So I got the game here, and everything. And people don't realize having 6 people on here and arguing every day, that's hard, you know, and and trying to maintain all that, that's hard stuff, you know. So I do this because I love this, you know, doggone. So I appreciate y'all for coming on, man, and doggone, like I said, keep coming and bring some more people, man, because we gonna go ahead and blow up with these people, man. For real. Like,
a lot of people don't know. Listen, the algorithm is not really going out there. There's a lot of people who don't know about this, what we're doing.
But doggone, like I said, if y'all want to, this is for the people that are watching. If y'all want to donate to our page, you know, Peanut Nola 504 for Cash App, and Swaggin' EJ $, and then WAGGINEJ. You know, and you want to donate stuff like that. So, doggone, Dad, if you got any final words, go ahead and break it out of here.
All right, bro.
All right. Who that? Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Who that? 1, 2, 3. Who that?
Who that?
That State of the Saints podcast.